Now our special report, Split Decision. The job of a law enforcement officer requires constant training that could save a life. I took part in a simulated lesson on when to use lethal force. A warning, some of the images are graphic. I would face a number of scenarios to make the decision to use lethal force or not. I'm inside this simulator, 300 degrees. It's not for target practice, it's for scenarios, for training for officers. I'll give it a shot myself. I'll have a body camera, a taser, and a simulated weapon.
300 degrees, so an officer would have to look around 300 degrees for different threats.
Let her go.
She's always got it in for me.
Let her go. Drop the object, step away from her.
I gotta get back up, Mom. I can't go back in.
I made the decision to shoot before she could harm the officer. Another scenario had me backing up an officer. Drop the knife. In this case, I chose the wrong weapon to use, could barely get it out of the holster. I blew that one. Supervisors review the actions as they're recorded on computer. Another backup scenario, a man with warrants resists arrest, but then an ambush from behind. My slow reaction cost my fellow officer, and I would have been seriously hurt.
Get away from that lady, sir! Get away! Drop the gun! Drop it!
In this case, I shot too late, and the use of force was not justified.
I'm Deputy Streeter with the Sheriff's Department. You okay?
And finally, a school shooting scenario.
Drop the weapon!
An officer is wounded,
Sheriff's Department, drop the weapon!
and I find one of the suspects holding a hostage.
Drop the weapon now!
Another split decision, but one I got right, deciding to end the situation with lethal force.
That was intense.
Certainly this gives us a unique perspective on the dangers officers face any given day and the judgments they have to make, just as I did, on when to use deadly force. I also learned when officers use deadly force, they face a process no different than a homicide suspect. They have to explain their actions first to internal investigators and potentially in court. That simulator costs thousands of dollars, but it's not at local taxpayer expense. It's paid for by the Howard Buffett Foundation. To see all our split decision stories and web extras, go to WANDTV.com.